Okay, so it is 24 hours after my video about about feeling depressed and irritable and wanting to hide and be in my cocoon. 24 hours exactly. I am ready for anything. Have a lot of complex things going on, but I am up to it. Ideas flying through my head. I caught myself walking my dog and I didn't have anything to write my ideas down on. I was frantic. I might miss one when I get home. Um, I have no desire to follow my bedtime routine. Um, I have too much to do, even though I know um, even though I know realistically that I am completely prepared for tomorrow, and I have 2 days off after that to get organized for the rest of the week, that I have a very tidy environment. Um, I I just have too much going on here. It's just like I have like a monologue going through my head all the time. Now, I did not start the day out like that. As I described before, except I went down. This case, I started out and went up. Um, and very talkative, restless. Um, I want to. I have like 10 projects, and I want to do them all now, in this instance, right now, in this moment. All should I should be able to do 5 things at once. I feel flamboyant. Um, and I'm actually liking my hair when I hated it last night. Um, I can't keep track of all my communications um, because my mind is so here and there, here and there. I can't focus on one client and their needs at a time. And I only have one client tomorrow. And I know I'm as prepared for that visit as I would be if I were not. I would call this hypomania because I am still functioning. Um, but I just wanted to show you the difference um, and how fast it can happen. Um, and how frustrating it can be. I I I see when I it's like I don't know what to say, but what is really happening is I have so many things to say, they get like in a log jam. And I yeah, I don't know. I want to buckle down on my reading and read every classic literature book I have on my shelf. I want to make a list for one client um, on things she might want to consider her service dog do for her. I want to organize my pens and pencils. I want to. Here's one. When I have a notebook, any notebook, and I'm done with what's written on it, I go through my notebooks and I actually tear out the old parts so they're all spanking new, fresh pages. And I want to, worst of all, I want to shop online, Etsy, Amazon. I just splurged on iTunes. I just engrossed myself in making the ultimate 80s pop new wave playlist. Qualifications had to be released from 1980 to 1984 and classified as pretty much new wave. I let a little others slip in that just seemed to fit. Now that I have my area situated, I am distracted by it because I want everything to be uniform and everything to be where it should be. I want to paint this room. This room's going to be pink and yellow. I want right now to organize my record collection. The funny thing is, I'm starting to feel my medication, which I took earlier. My new nighttime schedule is 10 to 10:30. Piddle, listen to music, do Harry Potter quizzes, stuff like that. And then at 10:30, take meds, and then I take my dog for a walk because it's the only time it's a reasonable temperature. And we practice some commands. And I come home, and I think because I've exercised, my medication has kind of been pumped through my system a little more. And I take my hot bath and sleep like a rock. So even though I want to do all these things and could stay up and try to cheat, I can't because I'm going to, in approximately 10 minutes, fall over. So, yay, Seroquel. Without it, I would be up for days. I want to write poetry. I already wrote a novel, but it just sits there. Hey, have you ever had a mania where you did something and it was really good during that mania, but you could never, it never came to you again in any other manias? Because, I had this mania where I just, spit out this poetry just, the whole time, and it was just every day. Throughout the day, I'm writing stuff down on pieces of paper, and it was just coming and coming and coming, and I personally think it's pretty cool, pretty good. And this was many years ago, and I have yet to ever be able to write a poem again. I can't even write a short story anymore, and I wrote a whole freaking novel during one mania. But the ending got a little weird, and at that time I was hospitalized because I was things had gone a little far. But the shopping has been, two things stick with me in my hypomanias and manias every time: spending money and feeling okay about it. Oh yeah, I can spare that. That savings wasn't for anything special. um, and and this bizarre desire to give people things. It's just weird. They'll be like, no, that's okay, that's okay. I will not take no for an answer. I force it on them. It's like I get a rush out of being kind and generous when I'm manic. Those two have always stayed with me. And there's another one that has stayed with me, but I don't talk about that much. If you've watched my videos before, you probably know what I'm talking about. Um, it, it's very private, and um, so, but I have, okay. Have you ever, this is sort of different. Have you ever been in a mania and you swear that somebody glanced in your direction in a knowingly way? And I was feeling a little hypomanic when I was visiting somewhere, and I swear this person did that 3 times, and it freaked me out. And because I know that I have a disorder that makes me unreliable in my perceptions at times, so I had no clue if it was real or manufactured by my brain. So I'd really like to know if any of you have had anything like that happen. It creeped me out, and I went away. I'm like, this feels like it's wrong, like it's my mind and not what's really happening. So I need to remove myself from the situation and go over there where they're talking about baking muffins. So, okay, I've rambled on enough. It's time to go take that darn bath and force myself to go to bed when I would much rather stay up with you and have fun. So, who knows where I'm gonna be tomorrow? Good night.